Harion, pessoal, bem-vinda ao Yoga para você. Hoje a gente está num espaço muito especial aqui em Brasília, no Instituto CNV Brasil, para falar com uma pessoa maravilhosa com a qual a gente acabou de fazer um curso fantástico de comunicação não violenta, Marc Avanzo. Thank you very much, Marc, to be here with us and to give us some of your time and some of your teachings.
Thank you.
O Marc, pessoal, ele é coach e também é instrutor de comunicação não violenta, tem trazido esse movimento aqui para o Brasil, morou muito tempo na Índia e está aí expandindo e viajando o mundo todo, levando esse conhecimento para mais pessoas. Marc, you opened up your workshop this weekend saying that non-violent communication is a meditation technique disguised as communication technique. Since this is a channel very focused on meditation and things like that, please, could you talk a little bit about that connection?
Well, yes, the NVC is known for 4 steps when you're giving feedback. It's about giving an observation, talking about your feelings, talking about your needs, what motivates you, what is important to you, and then add a request to that. And it seems very, very easy, actually. But what happens is that actually it's not possible to do it as long as you haven't cleansed yourself from some disturbances, interferences that are inside you. And this is why, actually, the only way to be efficient in giving feedback in an empathetic way, in a way which is respecting my needs, your feelings, my feelings, and co-creating, this is only possible if actually before you get towards the other, you have understood what is going on in you. You have understood what is important to you, why you're feeling negative feelings, and how you can dissolve them by actually getting in touch with your needs, what is important there. So this is why the communication aspect is just the tip of the iceberg. The reality of NVC is a mindset, it's a meditation mindset. To be always being aware of what's going on in you so that you can be ready to act responsively on your needs and on the needs of others.
Amazing. And not only that works in situations where you actually need to give real feedback, as in workplaces or something like that, but also in real life in every relationship, right? As husband and wife, parents and kids.
Especially, yes.
Yes, I think it's even more important, right?
Well, we are surrounded by humans. Thanks God, this is the wealth of the world. And so you have to interact all the time with people, all the time. And the funny thing about interactions between people is that you realize we are supposed to know how to do it instinctively. But actually we've never learned. And even when you look at small children, they don't really know how to handle each other. And in companies, it's a disaster because people have never learned to handle others. And even less, they have learned how to deal with somebody who is from a lower hierarchy than them. And when you realize in families, actually, there are also hierarchies. So it's also very similar to companies in a way. But all in all, with any human being around you for whom you have the relationship, for which the relationship is important to you, NVC is very useful. I've saved many marriages and parent-child relationships through that.
Very nice. Yeah. Since the first time we came in contact with nonviolent communication, we were able to make a very straight link between this and one of the most important pillars of yoga. In Sanskrit, it's called ahimsa, which sometimes is just translated as non-violence, but it also implicates not causing pain to others nor to yourself. And how do you see I know you lived in India for a while and you got in
8
contact.
years, yeah.
Really good, amazing. And you got in contact with yoga. So how do you see these two being complementary? How do they go together?
Well, for me, it's true that when I went to India, the very first year, I was following yoga lessons at the beginning every day, actually. And then it was a little bit longer. And then actually, I must say, I gave up going to the lessons and I did it at home. And this is the beauty of India. Yoga is just in the culture. You go in the parks, you have people doing yoga, you go everywhere. I mean, when I was talking with my clients about yoga, it was for them always obvious. They would not do it,
but they knew about it.
But they know all the good things about it. And for me, yoga is a way to relate. One aspect of yoga is to relate to your body in a way that Westerners don't know, in a non-violent way. Actually, in the West, the relationship we have with our body is by pushing it to the extreme, by doing almost pain. We need to have pain in the body to feel our body, because actually we are disconnected. And yoga is a way to reconnect with your body by actually exploring all the possibilities that we have. And obviously there is also a spiritual dimension to it that the West hasn't really taken. But all this is actually a non-violent way for me to relate to yourself. And non-violent CNV, so NVC, non-violent communication, is very much about awareness. And the way you do yoga, the way I think, my way to do yoga is always being aware of the muscles that you are using in a movement, the ones that you shouldn't be using, that are still tense, and being able to really relate to the different parts of your body in a different way, with awareness, which is totally non-violent, actually, the non-violent communication approach.
Good. Well, and just to wrap it up, for those people who are interested on nonviolent communication and that maybe are just beginning to learn about it or just found out, could you give some tips for them to how to begin this path, how to look into it?
Well, the easiest way is you go on YouTube and you type nonviolent communication, Marshall Rosenberg, who is the founder, and you will find many videos. The best also is to buy the book of Marshall Rosenberg, NVC, A Language of Life, where you will have all the principles, but the problem with that, it's a very intellectual approach, and NVC is 90% is not intellectual. So the best way is to go to some trainings where you can experience it, because this is what we do here. We experience the sensations, we experience the emotions, we experience the relationship with others. And also there are locally what we call empathic circles, which is a way to be in touch regularly with NVC community at a low cost, and just to enjoy the mindset.
Great. Well, Marc, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I know you're tired after 4 days of teaching.
No,
straight.
I'm energized, actually.
You are good.
Yeah, it went so well.
Yeah, it was amazing. I'm very grateful for being here. Thank you.
Thank you.
E eu queria fazer um agradecimento especial às meninas do Instituto CNV Brasil, que nos cederam o espaço e o tempo para conversar aqui um pouquinho com o Marc e levar para vocês aí. Então, se vocês gostaram dessa entrevista, vocês já sabem, né? Curtam, compartilhem, comentem, e a gente vai deixar também o site, todas as informações necessárias para vocês que querem aprofundar no assunto. Namastê.
Namastê.